Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel Learn with Asha Harish. I am your Asha ma'am. Dear students, in our today's session we shall be learning about from the chapter Ratio and Proportions, introduction part and some solved examples also. Dear students, in your competitive exams you will be having the questions from this chapter. Surely you will have these questions. So let us see how to solve these questions in a simple way by taking less time. Let us get into the class now. Ratio means relationship between the two variables. For example, here I am taking the number a is equal to 40 and b is equal to 20. So, in this, what is the ratio in between a and b? A is to b is equal to how much? In another way, in fraction also we can say this: a by b is equal to same a is to b. That is equal to 40 by 20 is equal to 2 by 1. Nothing but 2 is to 1. So this is the ratio of these two variables. For suppose students, you can see here, multiply this ratio by 2. Here is the number 2 is to 1. These are the numbers. Then if you multiply these numbers with 2, 2 into 2 is to 1 into 2. Then 4 into 2. That implies 2 into 1. Nothing but 2 is to 1. So same ratio you should get. And if you multiply the same numbers with 10, 10 into 2 is to 1 into 10. That implies 20 into 10. Nothing but 2 into 1. Then the ratio should be same here, 2 is to 1. Just by seeing this, how can you conclude that the prime ratio will be always same? Here is the 2 is to 1. In case of division also, similarly in the division also the same, the prime ratio will not be changed. You can remember this thing. For suppose here a is to b, is to c, is to d. These two are known as means. And these two, a and d, these two are known as extremes. You should remember this. The middle values or any numbers means, and the last numbers or the values any if you take, those are called as extremes. And here the ratio in between the means and the ratio in between the extremes also you have to find out. And here is the main formula you have to remember: a by b is equal to c by d, that is equal to a into d into c into b. This is also we can represent like this: a is to b is equal to c is to d. This is only the introduction part of this ratio. And here is the important formula you came to know. For suppose if a by b is equal to c by d, then a plus b by a minus b is equal to c plus d by c minus d. This formula you should remember this. This is only called as component and dividend rule. Component and dividend rule. Okay. This is about the introduction part of just ratio. Let us see introduction of proportion. What is proportion and what is the use of this also let us see now. Equality of two ratios is known as proportion. Here you can see the example: a is to b is equal to c is to d. Already as I told you, these two are means and these two are extremes. This is the rule of proportion. Okay. So this is the rule of proportion: a is to b is equal to c is to d. Then the equality of two ratios is known as proportion. Here students, you have to find out for fourth proportion or the quaternary proportion. If a is to b is equal to c is to d, then you have to find out the fourth proportion. Fourth means the quaternary one, so d is equal to, here you have to find out d value. Here is the formula: bc D is equal to BC by A. This is the main formula. And just to find third proportion or the third proportion number, nothing but tertiary one. For suppose A is to B is equal to B is to C, then find the C value. That is only third proportion. So for that also you have a formula, C is equal to B square by A. Need to remember this, C is equal to B square by A. And just to find the secondary proportion nothing but middle one means mean proportion, that is second one. So mean proportion, for suppose A is to B is equal to B is to C, then if you want to find out the B, the formula should be root AC. B is equal to root AC. Okay, these three formulae you have to remember and you have to keep them in your mind. Basing upon these formulae, let us do some simple calculations. Here is the first example we have. Find the fourth proportion of the numbers 5, 8 and 15. Here you can say that these should be A, B and C. Here you have to find out the fourth proportion. Fourth proportion nothing but D. Here is the formula, D is equal to BC by A. Okay, if you substitute these values in this formula, you should get here 8 into 15 by 5. Here is the number 24. So D is equal to 24 here. That 24 is the fourth proportion. Okay, right. Let us see the second example here. Mean proportion of 234 and 104. Mean proportion, nothing but secondary one. So here is the mean proportion formula. B is equal to root AC. Right. So here A and C. Now you have to find out B. Now B is equal to root 234 into 104. If you multiply these two numbers, you should get 24,336. And you can also write this number just like this, 16 into 9 into 169. So root 16 is equal to 4, root 9 is equal to 3, root 169 is equal to 13. Root 169 is equal to 13. Then 4 into 3 into 13 is equal to, the answer is 156. So the mean of 234 with 104 is equal to 156, just by applying the formula B is equal to root AC. Right. Let us see the next example here. Find the tertiary proportion number of 0.36 and 0.48. So here you have to find out the tertiary proportion, nothing but third proportion number. So this is the first number, second number, this is the third number. Means C is equal to, here is the formula, B square by A. B square by A. Just by applying this formula, B, here is A and this is B. B square by A means 0.48 into 0.48 by A is 0.36. If you multiply these two numbers, you should get 0.2304 by 0.36. If you simplify these two, you should get 0.64. Or else in another way, 0.48 into 0.48 by 0.36. This will be cancelled here 1.33 times. So now you have to multiply 0.48 with 1.33. Now the answer is 0.48. 6399 and so on. So you can approximately take this into 0.64. Right, this is the answer. So these are the formulae you have to find out. Just you have to use if you need to calculate the fourth proportion and the third proportion and the mean proportion. Okay, now let us see some more formulae which are involving in this ratio and proportions. For suppose square ratio of A is to B, square ratio, that should be A square is to B square. Now square root ratio of A is to B, square root ratio, that should be root A is to root B. Now in case of cube root ratio of A is to B, cube root, now A cube is to B cube. And the last one is cube root ratio of A is to B, cube root ratio, that is cube root A is to cube root B. So these are the important formulae. First one is square ratio, second one is square root ratio, third one is cube root ratio. This is only cube ratio, okay, cube, only cube ratio, and here is cube root ratio. Right, let us see now some solved examples which we are getting from this chapter, ratio and proportions. How can we solve them in an easy manner? Find third proportion number of x square minus y square, x minus y. So in this third proportion number we have to find out. Here you can say this is A and this is B. Let us find out C. So the formula what you have to apply is B squared by A, that is just for finding C. Now B square means here is B, so B square means x minus y whole square by A. A means here this entire term x square minus y square, that is A here. From this x minus y whole square by, we can write this x square minus y square just like this, x plus y into x minus y. So here one x minus y and this x minus y will be cancelled. Now c is equal to x minus y by x plus y. This is the third term here. Right. Let us see the first example. If A is to B is equal to 5 is to 7 and B is to C is equal to 6 is to 1, then find out A is to B is to C is. For this problem, students, I'd like to share with you 3 shortcut tricks. In trick number 1, here is A is to B, then B is to C. You have to write like this in this pattern. AB, and below the B again B, B is to C. And A is to B is 5 is to 7. Here B is to C is 6 is to 1. 6 is to 11. Sorry, here also 11. Now LCM of the 6 and 7. You have to consider these two numbers. Now LCM of 6 and 7 is equal to 42. Now here is the simple multiplication. 5 is to 7 into 6, this number. Again here 6 is to 11 into 7. So you are considering these two numbers. So first of all you have to write here 5 is to 7, that is A is to B. Now second number B is to C, that is the ratio 6 is to 11. So into 6 into 7. Now here 5 into 6, 30, 7 into 6, 42. And below this 42 you have to write the number again, 6 into 7, 42, 11 into 7, 77. So you have to consider these numbers. Here 30, here 42 twice is there, then you have to consider only once, is to 77. This is the answer. This is shortcut trick number 1. And in trick number 2, here trick number 2, directly you can write like this, 5 is to 7 and 6 is to 11. this 6 is to 11. Now you have to multiply in this pattern. 6 into 5 is 5 into 6. Again, this is the second step, you have to multiply, and again this is the third step, you have to multiply. Step 1, step 2, step 3. In step 1, 5 into 6, and in step 2, 7 into 6. Step 3, 7 into 11. Here 30, 42, 77. So answer is 30 is to 42 is to 77. That is trick number 2. Now we can solve this question in third trick. You have to write those numbers just like this. 5, 7, 5 is to 7, 5, 7. This 7 should be repeated here. Now you can leave this place, and here 6 is to 11. Here is the number 6 that should be repeated here. 6. Now 5 6 are 30, 7 6 are 42, 7 11 are 77. This is the answer. Simple. So this question can be solved by using these 3 simple tricks. You have to select any one of them. Right. Let us see example number 2. If A is to B is equal to 3 is to 4 and B is to C is equal to 8 is to 9, then find A is to C. Here you can ignore about B. Now you should write just simply 3 is to 4, 8 is to 9. That is A is to B and B is to C. Just you can observe, students, here how I am writing. Just below this 4, below the B place, again B you have to write. Now the multiplication should be done like this. 3 into 8 and 4 into 9. Why? Because you can ignore simply B. If B is there means we can again multiply in this way. That is no need now. 3 8s are 24 is to 4 9s are 36. Now A is to C is equal to 2 is to 3. Right. Now in second shortcut method, here is the numbers 3 is to 4, again 8 is to 9. Then you should write the same number 4 here, this same number 8 here. 4 is to 9, 36. This is about A and this is about C. Because you can ignore B here. Now the answer is 24 is to 36. You can simplify it. 2 is to 3. That is the answer for A is to C. Right. Let us see third example. If A is to B is equal to 8 is to 15, B is to C is equal to 5 is to 8, C is to D is equal to 4 is to 5, then find A is to D. Here 3 ratios they have given. Now coming to rule number 1. How can we do this? First one, 8 is to 15, that is A is to B. Again B is to C, you have to write like this. Below this B, again you have to write B. So C is to D also same. This is B and C. Below this C, 4 is to 5. You have to solve this problem in 4 ways. In step number 1, you have to multiply these 3 numbers 8, 5 and 4. Step 1. In step 2, this 15, 5 and this 4. So 15, 5 and this 4. This is step 2. In step 3, this 15, 8 and 4. 15, 8 and 4. This is step 3. In step 4, 15, 8, 5. Like this. Step 4. As I told you, in step 1, just to get A, 8 into 5 into 4, 160. Just to get B, 15, 5, 4. 15 into 5 into 4, 300. C is equal to step 3. 15 into 8 into 4. 15 into 8 into 4. 480. Last step, just to find D here. 15, 8, 5. 15 into 8 into 5, 600. Now 160 is to 300 is to 480 is to 600. If you simplify this, 160 means 8 is to 15 is to 24 is to 30. Now this is about A, B, C, D. Now in the question you need to find out A and D. So if you consider these two ratios, that is enough to you. 8 is to 30 is A is to D. Then if you simplify this, 4 is to 15. That is only A is to D. That is trick number 1. Now let us see trick number 2. How can we solve this? In the second trick, directly just you can write like this: 8 is to 15, 5 is to 8 and 4 is to 5. So you need to have A is to D. So if you take like this and if you take like this, multiplication for A is equal to 8 into 5 into 4 is 160. Now just to get D, 15 into 8 into 5, 600. So simply 160 is to 600. If you simplify this, 8 is to 30 and 4 is to 15. That is the answer, A is to D. Just let us see next example. Example number 4. If A is to B is to C is equal to 2 is to 3 is to 4, then which of the following is equal to A by B is to B by C is to C by A? These are the options. Here students, A by B is to B by C is to C by A is equal to, here A means it is 2, B means 3. So 2 by 3 is to B by C. This is B and this is C. 3 by 4 is to 4 by 2. If you take, this is a B, this is A, this is B, this is C. Now we have to do LCM of this 3, 4, 2. That should be 12. LCM is 12 here. Now 12. This 12 should be cancelled here in 3. 4 times 4 2's 8 is to, in this 4, 12 should be cancelled. 3 times 3 into 3, 9 is to, in this 12, 2 should be cancelled. 6 times 6 into 4, 24. So you can ignore this simply. 12 and 8 is to 9 is to 24 is the answer. 8 is to 9 is to 24. Option D is correct. Right. Let us see number 5. Example number 5. If A is to B is equal to 1 by 2 is to 3 by 8, B is to C is equal to 1 by 3 is to 5 by 9 and C is to D is equal to 5 by 6 is to 3 by 4, then find the ratio of A is to B is to C is to D. They have given in the form of fractions, so you have to convert them into ratios. How it will be? First of all, A is to B is equal to 1 by 2 into 8 by 3. Reciprocal you have to write here. That implies here 8 2's 1 3's 16 by 3. Just cross multiplication here. Now 4 by 3, that means 4 is to 3. Simple. In next step, B is to C is equal to same, just 1 by 3 into 9 by 5 is the reciprocal of 5 by 9 here. Now just simply cross multiplication, 27 by 5. 3 by 5, simply 3 is to 5. That is the ratio. Now in C is to D is equal to 5 by 6 into 4 by 3. Here this should be cancelled here 3 times and 2 times. Here 5 2's 10 by 3 3 is 9. So 10 is to 9. Now 3 ratios we got here. Now these 3 ratios just we should write like this: 4 by 3, 4 is to 3, 3 is to 5, 10 is to 9. Now we can use that shortcut method. First of all, just like this, 4 into 3 into 10, that is to get A. 4 into 3 into 10. 4 3's 12, 12 into 10, 120. Now just to get B here, simply 3, 5, sorry, here 3 and this 3 and with this 10. 3, 3, 10. That means 3 into 3 into 10. 3 3 is 9, 9 10 is 90. That is for B. Now coming to C, that is step number 3. Here 3 into this 3, this 5, this 10. So 3 into 5 into that 10. 15 into 10, 150. Now in step number 4, simply this 3 into 5 into 9. 3 into 5 into 9. 3 5s, 15 into 9, 135. Here you got the answer. 120 is to 90 is to 150 is to 135. If you simplify this, 3 table must be cancelled here. 40 times, 30 times, 50 times, 45 times. Again, if you see 8, 6, 10, 9, 5 table. Okay, so this is the answer here. 8 is to 6 is to 10 is to 9. That is the answer for A is to B is to C is to D when we have these values. Let us see number 6, sixth example. If A is to B is equal to 2 is to 3, B is to C is equal to 4 is to 5, C is to D is equal to 6 is to 7. Then you have to find out A is to B is to C is to D. So simple trick you have to apply. A is to B value, here I am writing 2 is to 3 and B is to C is 4 is to 5, C is to D is 6 is to 7. Okay, now we have to find out A, B, C, D ratio. Now you can apply the simple trick here. This is the first step. 2 into 4 into 6. In this first step, A is equal to 2 into 4 into 6 is equal to 48. That 48 you should write here. 48 is 2. Now let us see B. B means B is equal to 3 into 4 into 6. This is step number 2. 3 into 4 into 6. So you have 3 4s, 12, 12 6 are 72. That 72 should be written here. Then in step 3, just to find out the value of C, 3 into 5 into 6, like this. This is step number 3. 3 into 5 into 6. So 90. That 90 should be written here. Last step, 3 into 5 into 7. This 3 into 5 into 7. Step number 4. So that is 105. So here any cancellation is there, you can observe. That means 16, 24, 30, 35. That only simple calculation. Here I applied 3 table, and next second trick you have to follow. 2 is to 3, again 4 is to 5, 6 is to 7. You should write like this, and the same number should be repeated. Here is the number 3, so you have to write those 3 twice. Here is the number 4, you have to write that 4, and here is the number 5, same number should be repeated, and here is the number 6, 6 and 6. But the main numbers are the main ratios, these only. Then the repeated number 3, 3, 3. Here is the side number 4, 4, 5, 5, like this. Now like this also we should get the answer if you multiply in this way. Simply 2 4s 8, 8 6 48, 3 4s 12, 12 6 are 72, 3 5s 15, 15 6 are 90, 3 5s 15, 15 7s are 105. So same answer we should get here. Then if you simplify, you should get simply this answer. Now the ratio of A is to B is to C is to D is this one. Let us see 7th example. 4 power 3.5 is to 2 power 5 is equal to the ratio of dash. 2 is to 1, 4 is to 1, 5 is to 7, 4 is to 4. Now just to solve this question, 4 means you can write like this, students. 2 square whole power 3.5 is to simply 2 power 5. Now this could be from the formula a power m by a power n is equal to a power m minus n, basing upon this formula. Now here 2 power 2 into 3.5, that should be 7, is to 2.5. Now here 2 square is to 1, that implies 4 is to 1, that is the answer. 4 is to 1. Let us see 8th example here. 0.75 is to x, proportion 5 is to 8. Then what is the value of equal to x is? 1 is to 12, 1 is to 20, 1 is to 25. Sorry, these are the values. So 1.12, 1.20, 1.25, 1.30. These are the value of x. Okay. Now you should write here 0.75 is to x, 5 is to 8. These are the mean and these two are the extremes. Now from this you can write like this, 5x is equal to 0.75 into 8. Okay, simply this 5x is equal to 75 by 100. You should write like this 0.75 just as 75 into 100, sorry, 75 by 100 into 8. Now x is equal to 75 by 100 into 8 by 5. Here it is multiplying. Now if you turn like this, it should be dividing that number. Now x is equal to 8 by 5 means 1.6, 75 by 100. Now x is equal to 75 into 1.6 multiplication, you should get 120 by 100. Simply 1.20. That is the answer, 1.20. Option B is the correct one. Let us see question number 9. X is to y is equal to 5 is to 2. Then 8x plus 9y is to 8x plus 2y is equal to how much? Here x is equal to 5. Then y is equal to 2. You should take like this. Then you can simply substitute these values. Then 8 into 5 plus 9 into 2 is to 8 into 5 plus 2 into 2. Simply now it is 40 plus 18 is to 40 plus 4. Now 58 is to 44. If you simplify this, 29 is to 22. This is the answer, 29 is to 22. Let us see the last example of for today's session. 15% in x is equal to 20% in y, then x is to y is equal to how much? This is the question. Now students, you can say 15% of x is equal to 20% of y. Now 15x is equal to 20y. Here x is to y is equal to 20 is to 15. Can say simply now x is to y is equal to 4 is to 3. That is the simple answer. Okay students, this is about today's session from the chapter Ratio and Proportions. First I explained about ratio and proportions definition and the introduction part of ratio and proportion and some solved examples and what are the main formulae involving in here ratio and proportions, just to find the proportion terms, third and fourth and second mean proportion also. Okay students, if you understand this class, you can subscribe to this channel for my further updates. Thank you so much. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day.